I think it's about time we let CarX back into our home. We give him a second chance. We see what we're gonna do. Rusty, this is because of you, by the way. I don't know if you were here earlier in today's stream, but we were talking last time about how I was like, there is just no redeeming quality to me. But today I needed to play a different game because my computer's gonna blow up. So I needed to play a game that's a little bit easier for my PC to handle. And I was looking and I was like, damn it. There's CarX. And I was like, all right, we'll see. We'll give it another shot. Don't expect good things though, is what I would say. Yes, it's CarX. CarX Street CarX Street. Nah, that makes it worse. All right, let's pause the music. Also, I don't know how this game's going to handle ultra wide. I don't remember how that was. It also just isn't booting. We're off to a good start. It says it's running. Nothing's happening. I'll give it time. Hold on. There it goes. Okay. There it goes. Also, I've heard a lot of... I went and checked the reviews. And apparently everyone's pissed about the anti-cheat. That's pretty much all the stuff I've seen lately about reviews, is all the anti-cheat apparently is infecting the game and people can't boot it or it's running poopy or whatever. So hopefully we don't run into that. There you go, John. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do my trigger locks here. Wonder if they're mad because they can't cheat. No, from what I was seeing, it's mostly a case of it affects how the game runs. It affects how the game runs. Okay, so Rusty says go to settings, controls. Yeah, we're on a controller. Scroll all the way down, other. Assistance, keyboard, gamepad, assistant off. Well, that's okay. Let's try it normal first, and then we'll mess with this stuff. I want to have like a before and after. I want to get familiar with it as it is. We know where that is now. We'll mess with it if and when we need to mess with it. Okay, so resolution's fine. It's working great for ultra wide. That's good. We'll leave. I might go, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna, well, no, let's just leave it at 120 and just see how it does. And I do use VSync, so I think you're supposed to do, or I use G-Sync, so you're supposed to have VSync on. SMA is fine. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll probably leave the rest at advanced smoke. Okay. Save settings. To city. All right, here's our little whip. Let me turn, it's like no volume. Maybe? Wait, how do you shift? Wait. Hold on. Okay, that's definitely the buttons I was hitting. Guys, what am I already doing wrong here? It's not letting me shift. Okay, hold on. Let me just remap it. I have manual clutch. What would my clutch button be? Oh, okay, okay. That's what it is. Yeah, that's it. That's the game. You just rev in neutral. Okay, can I do manual with auto clutch? Let's start there. I like to Forza-fy everything first, and then we'll mess with clutch stuff. Okay, let's find a good, what would be a good, like a big parking lot? Well, I will say, I do like this map. I do like that they show the traffic on the map. That's a positive. That's a positive to me. I always like maps where it's just the game world. You know what I'm saying? Where where like if you zoom in, it's literally just the game world. I always like maps like that. Like GTA 5, you know, is probably a popular good example. But anyway, we need to find like a good... This looks like a good parking lot. Maybe. I just want like a good test ground. Just want a good testing ground. I don't know what that's all about. Zoom out a little bit. Is this like solar farm stuff? Yeah, okay. Or warehouses. Just want to find like the biggest open space where I can just kind of mess around and like really feel out the physics. Oh, that's got to be DLC. Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's going to be probably close to where I'm at. So I am... That's me, right? Oh, it doesn't... Oh, yeah, like, that's kind of weird. It doesn't show your icon if you're close enough. I guess that... whatever, but... Alright, let's go here. How do I... route? Oh, there we go. Okay, that took a few tries. It, like, took a minute to go. Alright, here we go. We're driving. I will say, 2-second initial impressions. Already, yeah, the understeer's really gross and I hate it. But we haven't done the settings stuff yet. We'll mess with it. Game's looking nice. I will say the game looks nice. It almost looks better than I remember it looking. It looks like the post-processing got a little cleaned up. But maybe that's just my memory. Maybe that's just my memory. But yeah, game's looking nice. Alright, wait, wasn't this... Oh, this isn't an actual parking lot. I definitely looked at this and I figured like, oh, it's a parking lot. No, just this is the parking lot. Alright, we'll go right there. I was hoping for less cars, but that's still fine. Oh, the port's a big area? Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go here, because there won't be cars all over. This will give us some, like, good lines we can mess with. Yeah, let's drive over here. Yeah. That's a better spot. For sure. Okay. All right. Cannot go over curbs. Keep that in mind. I mean, that's fair. You can't fault him for that. An actual lowered MX-5 should not go over curbs. Yeah, all right, fair. Lots of traffic as well, which I always have a little bit of a mixed bag on. I like it for like immersion and life. It can make the game less fun to drive if you're always running into traffic, but like whatever. I think it's potentially a worthwhile trade-off. We're good. We're good. I can fast travel there? That's okay. I'm okay driving because it gets me a little bit more familiar with the handling and everything. Yeah, like this, I will say. Is there a photo mode to this? Or like, yeah, camera, here we go. I will say, I do like this. This is a little vibey. Oh, you can change traffic density. Oh, that's great. That's a good solution. This has vibes to me. Very dense traffic, palm trees, night, good lighting. This is a little vibey. I'll give it that, for sure. For sure. You can even turn traffic off. Great. I love it. There's nothing I like more than giving the player choice over the experience they want to have. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I like the vibes of it. Like for right now, you know, I'm not trying to race through the streets or whatever. I'm just kind of cruising around. So I'm totally fine with max traffic in this case. Not fine with that. But fair enough. All right, we're getting there. Whee! Ah, I thought we could snake our way through. Also, I want to turn the music down a little bit. Let's go audio, music. That like 30%. I want to be able to hear the car a little more. Okay, so there we go. Now that's... Yeah, see, the trick with this is now it just seems like it's... So is that the auto counter steer setting? I'm just trying to like look at the front wheels here while it's drifting. Slap on Racing Plus tires. Okay, we'll mess with that in a minute. Yeah, it's still very much, it's like I have to turn in to keep the drift, which is definitely not a feeling I like, but it, you know, it could just be underpowered with too grippy tires, so we'll see. Like, I feel, you know, it's that feeling of having to, like, fight the car so much. But again, we haven't messed with tune yet. I want to give it a fair chance. I wouldn't say this feels, like, that different to me, to be honest. It will always countersteer with assistance, yeah. So, we'll see. That might be something that, you know, it's just something I'm not going to like. Because I really never like that. The fun feeling of drifting is countersteering, and I don't like when it does it for me. And that's, again, that's why I think Forza has such a nice balance of that. Of, like, it assists you just enough where you still feel like you're doing the steering. But, you know, it just kind of feels it just feels easier. It feels easier. All right. So, yeah, this is still, it's feeling very, very stiff. It doesn't want to rotate. Bonk. So let's go mess with tune stuff. How do we do that? Wish my paint was this nice, right? So glossy, so clean. I don't like it at its current state. I know they'll get there, sure. Yeah, it did say it was an experimental feature. The 2 slider is the anti-full locks and the auto counter steering assist. Okay. All right, we'll mess with it more. Yeah, the understeer still feels very bad to me. But okay, where do you go? Tuning shop? Right? I want to go to a tuning shop, or do I like go to my house for this? Oh, that's not my house. These are apartments. Open phone, go to tuning or tuning shop. Oh, wait, okay. Hold on. Oh, I can... Okay, Rusty suggested Racing Plus tires. I feel like I have too much... See, this is the problem. It's that I feel like I have too little front grip and way too much rear grip. So I don't know if I should do less grip or more grip. Because it's like way too understeery, but both. Beto suggests streets. I mean, we can try both. I've got, I think, enough money. What's the whole 50% here thing? Is that just like the tires have 50% wear? Is that fine? Did I do it? I'm on 52% street, so that's just like the tires wear down in the game, right? Yeah, I think it feels a little slippery here. Go to settings, controls, turn off counter steering. Hold on. That is already off. So counter steering is turned off. Yeah. So we're good there. Tires are cheaper if you get them at a gas station. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's try out street tires, everything else as is. Definitely easier to initiate. I still don't like that in order to maintain the drift, I'm just turning left, I'm turning into it. But certainly better. This feels like CarX Drift to me. This is getting to a feeling where it feels like CarX Drift. I just don't like that the game is doing all the counter steering and I'm just I'm at no point am I counter steering. I'm just turning left. Like, well, here I'm just turning left, straight, left, straight, left, straight. I don't like that. I've never liked that. But this is feeling better. This is at least feeling better. There you go. The center of gravity. Oh, wow. That was already 6% of my tires. I like the little haze. That's kind of a nice touch. The center of gravity and weight have a lot of effect on vehicles' behavior. I suggest put some effort into it. Yeah, we'll definitely keep messing with tuning here. Yeah, again, the cars just have this overall feeling of, like, not wanting to turn, which just forever bothers me. The cars, it's like they are very rubber bandy. Like doing this, it feels the car, it like hurts the car doing this. Like I have mechanical sympathy, and I can tell you confidently, this is not how an actual MX-5 feels. In MX-5, when you turn the wheel, it's just like, it loves to do it. Like, if you drive like a real light Japanese coupe, especially with like suspension, they just like they're just like wee wee wee, like they want to turn, like you get that feeling from them. But turning the cars, it literally feels like I'm having to fight it. Also, I think okay, I don't know what's going on, but it is just over vibrating. Like, can you guys tell that? I'm just going straight and it's vibrating the controller, like, violently. Is that a bug? Is there something I'm missing here? Is it because my, like, tires are low? Well, they're not that low. I don't know. Maybe if I fast travel somewhere, it'll fix it. Let's go to a tuning shop. Let's just mess around with that. We'll see. I feel the auto counter steering hurts. Like I want a corner tighter. The car fights you with assistance. Yeah, and that's kind of been my big issue with it. But we'll see. I will say we're making strides. We are making strides. Also, that 240 in the background looks choice. Same with that FD. The game is looking better than I remember it looking. And I don't know if that's because, like... I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's because it actually looks better, or if it's because it's been a year, and I've just kind of, you know, marked up in my head that I don't like the game, but I don't remember the visuals. But it looks alright. Okay. I think you could change the steering lock if you got the control arms installed. Sure. I keep in mind I'm like low level here, so I don't know if I have access to a bunch of stuff. I do have sport front suspension arms and sport rear suspension arms. I've got, it looks like ultimate ARBs in the front and rear. I could go up to racing suspension. Rusty, that's all right. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's like kind of a neutral thing to me, because to a degree I like the freedom of it, but also there's like kind of, I don't like it in Forza where it's like, yeah, you can put a V12 into anything. You know, I typically am a little more of a purist when it comes to swaps, but I still like player choice. So that's kind of a neutral thing to me. Okay, so I have stock dampers. So maybe I should stiffen up the car a little bit. What are your guys' suggestions here? For Beto, Rusty, anyone who plays the game. Does anybody have any thoughts here on things I can do? Sport control is not going to unlock, need higher level of parts. Yeah, and that might just be the case. We could add a little more power. And we could do dampers. Let's just do dampers because, you know, why not? So you can pick hard, medium, and soft. It seems like the upgrade path is to go harder and harder. So let's maybe just do that. Why not, I guess? And then we've got stock brakes. Let's just get sport brakes. Why the hell not, right? And then... wheels is just, okay, spacing and tires. Oh, so you can do tires individually. Yes? So if I wanted to do, oh wait, no, is this just visual? Is this just a visual thing? I see elite racing. Yeah, I think it's just an elite or a visual thing here. Yeah. Okay. Build some cars and give them to you in pink slips. Sure. Yeah. If you have cars that you're obviously willing to give away, then that you think are like good drift cars, I am absolutely willing to try them out. The description claims otherwise. Wait, for what? Yeah. I don't... Oh, yeah, you're right. The tire profile determines how quickly and accurately the car will respond. Changing the profile config allows you to customize the car to your driving style. Okay. So, yeah, maybe that does have a physics effect on like, how sloppy or tight the steering feels, which makes sense. That's valid. That said, I think these are fine. Okay, so that's everything for that. We've got that. Oh, bigger gas tank. Okay, front arrow, rear arrow, sure. Drivetrain, looks like we've got sport. Oh, we are. Oh, hold on. We have been running an open diff, which could explain a little bit of why it just like doesn't wanna. Okay, hold on. Let's throw on a welded diff, because that's gonna feel really nice and consistent. It's gonna want the car to unsettle. So that could be a big difference. That could be a big difference. We'll leave transmission for now. Oh wait, what was drive? Oh, okay, that's like actual drivetrain swaps. How much power does this make? Like 160, 175? Okay, that's fine. That's enough for like a low-level drift car. So yeah, let's see. First, I want to try a drift car. I want to see, like, what is the best kind of, you know, grassroots level drift car. All right, let's go back here. That. And again, I appreciate it, but seriously, if it's any stress for you in the game, like, don't feel obligated to give me handouts. Don't feel obligated to give me handouts. If it would be a major sacrifice for you in the game.
I got some good news.
I don't want to take
Backup's coming.
Yo, Les, bringing it in. What up, dudes? Today, we're doing a bit of an interesting stream. We're playing a game that I don't like. We're trying it out. We're giving CarX Street a little bit of a second chance. The pain, I think that van's gonna keep going that way. The pain has worn off. I'm ready to be hurt again. I'm ready to welcome CarX Street into my home and give her another chance. So that's what we're doing. We're kind of, we'll give the quick elevator pitch for the day. I tried CarX Street on launch. I really didn't like it. I just didn't enjoy the handling at all. Didn't enjoy the handling at all. AI kind of rubs me the wrong way, and there is, you know, a decent use of AI stuff in the game. AI voice acting and AI art, which it just rubs me the wrong way. And the vibes were just a little bit off for me. It just felt a little too, I don't know, pandering. Mainstream, maybe. So yeah, I refunded the game on launch after playing it for like 4 hours. I was just like, nope. But a few of you guys, Rusty in the chat specifically, said, no, give it another try. It's way better now. There's better assist settings, and you know, you can mess with the tuning stuff and blah 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 blah. So I'm giving it a second shot. And that's what we're doing today. Thank you for the Raiders. I appreciate it. Thank you to the Raiders, rather. Welcome to the stream. Bro, I'm a billionaire. I have like, all right, fair enough. Yeah, again, I just don't want anyone to feel obligated to like give me free things, because it's like, oh, streamer playing game I like, you know, I want to make sure he has a good time, blah, blah, blah. I totally appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. But I don't want anyone to feel like they, you know, they have to give me things. Yeah, a little Ebisu style jump drift there, eh? Seems like actually somewhat realistic traffic density. Yes, no, I do like the traffic density for immersion's sake, and the fact that we can just turn it off or turn it down if we want to. That's an absolute positive. How much? So funny enough, yeah, Beto's asking how am I like the drifting now. The welded diff made like no difference to me. I feel like it changed nothing. Like, I think if you gave me a blind test of like, hey, open diff versus welded diff, I don't think I'd be able to tell. It still is like pretty understeer happy, and doesn't give me that like unsettled kick that a welded diff should give you. Yeah, I don't feel like really anything's changed, which is really funny because that shouldn't be the case. Also, we're getting another raid. Manzan DMCE. Hey, welcome to the stream. Dude, back-to-back raiders. Is that a coordinated attack or a random strike? Because, hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, get a little bit of CarX love here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Haven't dove into CarX, currently trying out Grounded 2. Yeah, dude, how's Grounded 2? Grounded 1 has always been on my list of games I've wanted to play. And I've never gotten around to it. And now that 2 is like coming out in early access, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to go back and play the first one. I think they're on Game Pass too, right? So it would be, you know, essentially free for me to play. Also, X-Wing, hey, good to see you. Sorry I missed your initial message. You can hold drift much smoother than open diff? Not really. It feels kind of the same. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna throw the diff back on, and we're gonna see. Like, it's fine. You guys can see. Like, I'm kind of just messing around. But like, yeah, we can hold a drift. You know, you can do lines. You need to stay higher. Maybe this. Oh, you know what? I think I'm ready to throw the clutch back on. Let's do that. Now that I'm like getting familiar with it again. So let's go manual clutch. I'm gonna move clutch to... What do I want to move clutch to? We're gonna move it to LB and we'll do nitro there. That seems good. Okay. It's very buggy right now and performance is rough. Launched with a map the size of the whole first game. EA for Grounded 2 has about 30 to 45 hours with like 4 times the amount planned. Dude, sick. Yeah. Juicy, I also don't like it. Yeah, so I've always been, I don't like to use the word hater. Oh yeah, that's right, I have a clutch now. I have put some time into CarX Drift Racing Online. Also don't like the drifting there. I really don't like any game where it does the counter steering for me. And it's kind of overly smooth. Like that's kind of one of my biggest issues with CarX Drift, is it's very smooth, like impossibly smooth. And to me, one of the things I like so much about drifting is how violent, I guess it can be. Where you really get the feeling of like hucking a car, and you just don't get that in CarX. At least I don't. I don't get that out of it. I don't get that feeling. Oh, we're leaving. Hold on, I gotta work my way back here. Work my way back. So yeah, it just feels, you know, it's like drifting on ice or on snow. The whole game feels like you're kind of drifting on ice or snow. And it's just kind of too smooth for my preference. Just kind of too smooth. And it's similar here in Street as well, of like, you just don't get that feeling of like big hucks. It just kind of feels like, you know, having a big open parking lot and drifting my Subaru around in the snow. which is fine. Like, I'm not, you know, it's more like a personal preference thing. Yeah, I gotta get used to having a clutch here. But you know, it's just not my personal preference. Hey, 500 bits, flops in and is a scream cat too fast? Huh? Huh? What? Thrallwin? Thanks for the bits, appreciate it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're not in reverse here. I gotta get used to having a clutch. Yeah, hawking to a car around. I want to hawk to a. I want to hawk. Nah, I can't make that work. Why is it? Hold on. Oh, wait, does it? It takes you out of gear. That's what's been confusing me. It takes you out of gear if you don't hold the clutch and the handbrake. Which I can't really fault them for, because in real life, it wouldn't take you out of gear, but you don't want to do that. So I kind of get it. Yeah, like it kind of makes sense. It's like it's the right concept in the wrong execution, I guess. It's tough because I can't tap them. I have to like lay on them a little bit. I gotta get used to that. You have to like kind of lay on it a bit. But like, I can't fault them for that, because that is legit. Like in real life, if you're drifting and you pull the handbrake, you need to be holding the clutch as well. So that's fair. Hey, I did make it under there. And clutch kicks help. You can clutch kick just fine. Clutch kick helps keep the angle for sure. But yeah. Maybe try CarX Drift Racing 2 mobile if you're bored. I mean, the thing is I'm not looking for a drifting game. I've got a Assetto Corsa. I have a real car. So for me, you know, and I'm not saying like Assetto Corsa is the bar, but for me, if I want to go drift, I'm just gonna go drift in Assetto Corsa, because to me that's the best. Nothing beats Assetto Corsa, and yeah, for sure, don't get me wrong, it's much more simmy. I kind of boxed myself in there. We're gonna be fine. For me, this just isn't like the experience I'm looking for when I'm looking for a drifting game. Yeah. Like I will say, so okay, let's give a little opinion here. Let's give a little thoughts review, because I've been drifting around here for a minute. That's right, I need to do the clutch on there. Assetto mentioned, yeah. Nothing beats Assetto Corsa drifting for me. This, I will say, with these settings, so far the drifting feels... I see why people like it. Initially, first on, I was like, God, how do people even like this? It's abysmal. There's nothing redeeming about it. With these setting tweaks, and for me at least with these tires, it is now an experience, and maybe we need to take this to an actual track where we're a little bit more limited and we need to like follow good lines, but this is an experience where like I see where people like this. It's still not the experience I'm looking for in a drifting game. It's too, again, it doesn't feel like drifting to me. Like that's the tough part. Drifting to me is weight shift and counter steer. And it just, you don't really get that. Like the feeling's just not there for me of, you know, it's like a shooting game with unsatisfying gameplay. Where, like, you want the guns to have some oomph to them. And for me, the drifting doesn't have any oomph to it. It's too padded. It feels too, like, I'm not the one doing the drifting. The game, at no point am I counter-steering. And I just hate that. That drives me crazy. Like, drifting is counter-steering. That's all of what, not all of what drifting is, but, Also, sorry, I keep trying to tap the handbrake and the clutch too quickly, and it doesn't like that. But yeah, like I can't get over that. It totally, yeah, Beto, exactly. And Silent was getting at this earlier for sure. Like, I mean, I'm barely paying attention right now. You know, I'm just sitting here yapping away. And like, yeah, it's easy to just kind of like scoot around and just drift and blah blah blah. Totally. I see now why with these settings I see the enjoyment level of it. It's still not what I'm looking for, it's not my style, but I do see the enjoyment level here of like, okay, the handling is not bad, it's just not what I like at this point. Yeah, I think that's my take. It's not, the drift handling, at least how I'm experiencing it right now, is not bad, it's just not what I prefer. But anyway, let's go find like a mountain road or something, because it's a way different experience drifting in a big flat parking lot versus actually trying to follow lines. So let's maybe, this looks like a great spot here. Let's scoot up here and see if we can actually like follow good lines and stuff. Oh, Rusty. Yeah, Rusty wanted, okay, yeah, let's do that quick. How do I do any of that? Fine-tuning camera inventory settings. Is it something in the map? Maybe like a lobby settings in the map here? No, that's game settings. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Is it join with code? Do I just type in code HokiHoshi? Is that how this works? No. Okay, on the phone, go to multiplayer. Hold on. Multiplayer. Okay. And then just search for rooms. All. Create room, join, filter, more. How do I just... Because I've got to imagine there's going to be like 100 of these. 420 friendly, of course. Yeah, there's got to be a search, right? Is it just in filter? Okay, there we go. It's just in filter. Apply. That didn't find it. Hold on. Skibbity boppy. Was that actually a room? Was it? Did you spell my name wrong? Did you spell my name wrong? Because if you did, you're banned. Sorry. Made it an open room. Well, yeah, but I think Rusty's creating a room so he can give me cars. Yeah, I think that's why he's doing it, Beto. Of course, yeah, of course it is. And I know you guys are gonna hate me for this. John, you're not. I know a lot, and so, some of you guys are gonna get it, but I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "Wow, you're such an old hater," and I get it. It is what it is, but the fact that let me just try to explain this. Rusty, thank you. I did see that. The fact that I jump in and the lobby names are Spin a Wheelies, No Hezzy, Takeover, Your, FR Only Chill, like 420 Friendly, No Hezzy 340. Maybe I'm just an old ass, crotchety old man, but I just kind of hate it. Like, I'm sorry. I just... That's... I just don't like it. Okay. All right. Let's do the room code here. Or is that here? Maybe that's through the other thing. Join with code. Here we go. YT1X4E72. Okay. There we go. Some Gen Z alpha for you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, it makes me feel that makes me feel like a hater a little bit, and I don't like that. Like, I try to be a nice person in life. I really do. I'm gonna switch off because I keep having issues with this when I'm not thinking about it. We're gonna go back to normal mode there for now, anyway. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just not my style. It's just not my style. I think that's the most normal way I can put it. Oh wait, Rusty said it didn't work. Wait, that says I'm in a lobby with you. It says 2 people. 2 people, I have pretty high ping, but... Wait, your room is in Asia. Wait. Okay, is that why we both have really high ping? Because you made a room where none of us are? That's pretty funny, actually. But it did work, yeah. I see you. There you are. Little bit of Brian's Evo from Too Fast, Too Furious kind of vibe without the livery. Oh, Beto has suggestions for settings. How far do I scroll up? Oh, use low assistance and turn up stabilization. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll mess with it. We'll mess with it. Oh, wait, this is not... Oh, this is Yuki. Oh, yeah, I didn't even look at the card. Okay, this is not Rusty. Yeah, sorry. I didn't pay attention to the name. I just saw that there were 2 people in the room, and so I was just like, all right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we see each other with a quarter second worth of delay. All right, so what do I need to do here? Yeah, sorry, Yuki. Okay, Rusty, did you make a new room, or are you gonna still try and join? How did I join? Wait, how are Yuki and I in the room that you made, but you're not in the room that you made? How's that work? I mean, I guess this is beyond my comprehension here. We'll take a quick water break while this gets figured out. Rusty just says, hell, I don't know. Fair. Totally fair. Well, yeah, can you... Yeah, try joining me. Yeah, or I could set one up. I don't know how. It's probably easier if you guys do it, but yeah, absolutely. You just let me know. It's nice that... another thing, I always like it when games do this. When you're stationary, the camera stays. So, like, I'm not touching the controller here. Oh, okay, do I... No, I don't think that's the thing I need to do. Right, John? But yeah, the camera just stays at this angle. So if I want to just, like, you know, hard park and chill, I like that the camera just sits there. And then when I hit the gas, it puts it back. It's always a nice QOL feature that I enjoy. Some games have that, some games don't. I always like it. I like good camera stuff like that. John, I will say, I like that. I do like where if you're idling for long enough and you haven't touched the camera, I kind of like when it does like a little, you know, cinematic pan or something. I think that's fun. Beto, yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Ami, you might be onto that. I might have to give up my property to someone else that actually, you know, will use it in Motortown. Beto, yeah, let me... Okay. So yeah, what are we doing here? Did Rusty ever figured out how to get into his own lobby? It doesn't look like it. Was planning to get the game while it's on sale, but I'm broke. Ah, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll go on sale again sometime. Yeah. Yeah, if your name's the same as Twitch, that's always the easiest for me. For sure. If your name's the same as Twitch. Yuki got a little photo mode. Rare instance of Hoki playing CarX. All right, Rusty. Sounds good. I'll try that. Also, thing I'll say I don't like Oh, wait, hold on. But can I change this? Ah, okay, that's fine. I hate orbit cameras. Car games where the photo mode's an orbit camera, just shoot me. But you can swap it, so we're fine. We're totally fine. That's okay. Oh wait, Rusty says wait. Okay. Steam seems like Steven update. Okay, yeah, no worries, Bento. Yeah, we'll just hang here. We'll hard park it up next to this sick, you know, Sprinter van. Okay, yeah, that's not us. Follow the car, but let me place it. Sure, I like having the option for that. But I like full free cam. That's always my favorite. I like full free cam. Unless the car's moving. If the car's moving and I'm in like a replay cam, that's when I like orbit. That's when I like orbit. But otherwise I don't. Show me the room you're in? Yeah, sure. Show room code. Show. Here you go. YT1X4E72. I see ya. Yeah. Okay, yeah, here's the room code. Again, YT1X4E72. That is, TD, I have no idea, actually. Oh, wait, didn't the game just recently come out for Xbox and PlayStation? They wanted to, I don't know if they wanted to sponsor me. They wanted to work with me to, on the console release of this. And I kind of ghosted them a little bit. Because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know, to be like, hi, sorry, I don't like your game. So like I don't know. I don't want to be an ass. So I just like decided not to say anything. But yeah, CarX tried to reach out to like get me to promote the console launch. Do you hold on? Oh, cool. So okay, when you're in manual clutchless, you still have access to the clutch. I like that as well. Like, if you want to use it to clutch kick, you can still do that. Ah! Whoa! Wait! Dude, this MX-5 is a tank! How? I mean, don't get me wrong. They're both lightweight coupes. but my MX-5 just didn't move. I just sent the 240 moving. Dang.
We are wrecking the car.
That's actually really funny.
Sammy, you are wrecking the car.
Sorry, I didn't mean to damage your car. It looks nice. It looks nice. Game just got Xbox and PS5 release. Yeah, there you go. So I'm sure there's a lot of fresh blood. Yeah, Mia tank. There you go. Yeah, this whole like desire for the car to just straighten, it just feels yucky to me. All right, so yeah, Rusty is running into issues, so maybe we'll divert course for a little bit here, because I don't want to just sit around and wait too long. Okay, so I think we've got. Can anyone answer, like, how hard would it be for me to get a nicer drift car? Or do you think this is a fair, like, do you think this is a fair representation of what the drifting is? Because again, I don't think I necessarily dislike this. The things I dislike, like, maybe we would just mess with the counter steer settings a little more, see if we can like get that dialed at all. But I also want to move on and try the grip stuff, because that was where also my big issue was. Oh, and I wanted to go to a actual road. So let's just move our way up here. Also, does the route system like take a minute, or does it not work? Or okay, there we go. That worked. Like, it won't let me click a route there. Oh, now it's not. Okay, maybe I like overwhelmed it. Hey, Shaggy, dude, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, as always. Yeah, now it's not letting me, like, make a route at all. Is it just kind of, like, buggy? Is that just me? Am I not doing something right? What's going on there? I, like, give it a minute? Well, I'm clicking X to set a route. You guys can see I'm like, yeah, sorry, I was covering that with my camera. Oh, there it worked. But it doesn't work a lot of the time. Like, I can't, you know, I'm clicking all over here, and it's just like, nah. There you go. There, okay, now it works. It works like 1 in 20 times. It seems to work better at certain areas. And like, I just clicked there, and yeah, I don't know, it's kind of bugging out. Hey, Ruse! Wait, why did the sub noise not go off? Did you guys get a sub noise? Huh? We got it, baby. We got it. For the Supra Fund. Hey, Ruse, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, hold on. I just need to get a route. I was messing around with it. There we go. Okay, okay. There we go. Scammed, I want my money back. I'm sorry. No refunds. All right, let's make our way over. Let's drive around. Yeah, so, and again, we kind of have a drift setup. So maybe it's a little unfair to judge the grip handling based on this. But, man, the car just doesn't want to turn. I just don't like that feeling. Oh, God, yeah. It's kind of, sync issues with multiplayer? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. If anybody wants to join the room, they're obviously welcome to it. I got no issues with that. I'm assuming that doesn't negatively affect anything. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep doing my thing. And Rusty, yeah, if you get it figured out, obviously let me know. Ah! But yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on. Yeah, like I just uninstalled days ago. I mean, hey, I uninstalled a year ago, so you're good. Physics don't look too hot. That was my biggest issue with the game at launch. Was I really, really didn't enjoy the handling. The drift handling, we've been messing with it. There's new assist settings. It's to a point where, like, I get it now. I would say for me, and we'll find out in a second here, because I'm about to, like, actually get to some roads. God, yeah, it just doesn't want to turn sometimes. I will say for me, maybe the handling drift-wise is, like, not a problem. It's just not my style at this point. And this is tough because this feels a little more designed for higher power cars. I'm, like, topping out second, but if I go into third, I kind of bog down and just straighten out. So it's really hard to keep it going, which you can't really fault the game for that. I mean, that's just kind of, you know, low power MX-5 things to a certain degree. But yeah, I wanna try and get a little bit of a better feel for it. Oh wait, was that the road I wanted to go to? Alternate room code if you want to try that. Yeah, does yours have less latency, I guess? Because that would be the only thing that matters. Because we're on an Asia server for no good reason. BC44HHBE. Okay. And yeah, Yuki, if you were still on that one. Oh, I still have pretty... Maybe this is an EU? Oh, no, this is still... Wait, why is it still an Asia server? Mess, you're not in Asia, are you? Oh, you do? I guess you're closer, maybe? Because I think you're somewhere in Europe. But whatever. Whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, Beto, I saw you joined. Yeah, like, this is just kind of a case of we don't have the wheel speed. I know we can add some power to this car. I do have the stuff to do that. Yeah, see, that's... Oh, God. Guys, help! Who brought the tow trucks? Is there a quick way to, like, return to road or something? Because I'm a little screwed. Yeah, you can't park there, mate. Am I... R on keyboard. Okay, we'll just hit at the keyboard. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Is there... Oh, you know what I want to do? Can you mess... Okay, I can mess with the tuning if I pay money to do it. Sorry, I just, like, dipped out. I want to mess with the actual tuning. So how... Is that in this window? Like, if I want to mess with brake balance, how do I do that? Is that, like, do I go to brakes... Upgrade? Okay, okay, hold on. Here we go. Here's options. So ARB stiffness. I can mess with that. So let's do slightly stiffer in the rear. Controller Y. Okay, yeah, we got it. We got it. Camber. Oh, God, my PC's getting hot here. What is the... Oh, this is adjusting overall camber. So is it 7 in the front, 3 in the rear? Is that what it's doing? Well, no, but it's front suspension arms. So wait. Yeah, what are both of those numbers? There shouldn't be 2 camber numbers there. I don't fully understand that. Someone tell me what that's all about. Is that like straight line versus what it would be at max lock? I don't get that. Left is the front, right is the rear. No, sorry, not this. Not this. I'm looking at these numbers right here. See how when I only adjust front suspension arms, it is saying 7 and 3? Whereas this isn't changing? Yeah, oh! Wait, yeah, is that just the difference? Maybe that's just the difference. Maybe it's at -4. That's the default. And then that's what I'm at? It's adding the tunable range. So can I do this? Oh, yeah. Now I understand this system less. Okay, wait. So now, hold on. What if I go all the way this way? Now the whole thing's blue. Apply. Now, hold on. If I go back... Yeah, wait. So now why is the whole thing blue? I don't understand that system at all. You guys tell me. But all right. I guess... Yeah, none of this makes... Does this make sense to anyone? Is anybody understanding this? Okay, whatever. I'm assuming this is 5 degrees of camber. That's just my assumption. I'm fine at 4. I'm gonna leave it there. Wheel toe. So we got front toe out. It's not worth it. If you want, you can try to explain it over text, or don't worry about it. Okay, so we got damper adjustment. So overall, let's do, that's fairly aggressive toe. I'm gonna do a little less. Just to make it like a streetable car. And then I want to switch, how do I switch over to the right side? Here we go. Oh, wrong button. There. Okay. So rear camber, I think, was set at -6, which is quite high. I want that at like -3. I think I'm setting it at -3. I really don't know. Because I don't understand the whole -3 + 2. The whole thing is not intuitive to me. We got a little bit of toe in. That's fine. Okay, so what I want to do is... Here we go. So rear pressure. How do I do brakes? Where would brakes be? Maybe I don't have brakes unlocked, is my guess. Because it should be somewhere in here. Maybe it was in wheels and I didn't see it? No. I'm not... white number is the real value. Yellow number is the difference from default. If that's true, that's very easy to understand. But Yuki, the fact that Yuki wants to call me to explain it makes me think it's not that easy. Because that makes sense. That would make the most sense to me. But the fact that it seems to need a Discord call, I'm not so sure. Also, yeah, there's got to be brake balance adjustment. Oh, here it is. I don't have it unlocked. Okay. Well, that's a bummer, because that would make a big difference for me. But okay, that's fine. All right, well, yeah, there's really nothing I'm going to mess with there. Sure, we'll apply those settings. Let's add a little more power, just because we can. Sure. Sure. Good there. Sure. Okay. Oh, wow, we got like 5 horsepower. All right, fair enough. Sure. Whatever, it is what it is. We'll leave it there. Yeah, so I think in order to... Wait, like I said, yellow bar is adding tunable range first. Blue is actually the tuning setup. That doesn't make sense to me. And then the fact that Yuki said, yes, yellow's basic tune, blue is fine tune, makes less sense to me. Huh? Add basic tune first, then fine tune? Okay, hold on. Hold on. So, let me see if I have a theory. Okay. So, what it is... Oh, wait. So now how do you get rid of blue bar? Previous component, next component. Reset is just a full reset, so it's not that. You don't? What? Wait, that can't be right. It's permanent? Then why even have that feature in the first place? What? There's no. Really? Okay, I think I understand it now, but it's so much dumber now. So, okay, what it is the blue is the range where you get fine adjustment. So, when you're outside of that, it's doing full camber degrees. When you're inside of it, it's doing every 10th. That I understand now. But the fact that... I think that's kind of a pointless feature to have anyway, but whatever. And then the fact that as soon as you make the full thing fine-tune adjustable, you can't go back? That's so dumb. And then yellow, I've got to assume the yellow number, yes, is deviation from default. So again, I think I now understand it. But that's stupid. Oh, wait, you have to pay for it? Oh, wait. Okay, every new thing I'm learning about this is making me more frustrated. Okay, hold on. So you can do full range. So wait, did I just pay to unlock fine adjustment on all the camber? The blue bar is like you've bought the tuning ranges. So you can, okay. So you can, okay, wait, Yuki says sometimes and no. So no, I didn't buy it. You pay to tune engine, but that's it. Some of it's paid, most of it isn't. But they use the system across everything? Just because? Okay. Whatever. I sure. Wait, did we mess with it? No, we're fine. We're fine. Okay. Let's go drive the car. Yes, it's dumb. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, that not only is that like fairly unintuitive in my opinion. I think that's just a bad system in the first place. I think that's just kind of a stupid system to have. I'm gonna don't do it. Don't do it, Avi. Yeah, so this is a case where we need, you know what, let's try this. So we don't really have the speed to kind of properly link stuff here. But let's try, because this is a thing you do in real life. God, yeah, it just doesn't get the angle I want it to. Let's try doing some rear toe out, and let's see if that helps. Let's see like how the tuning effect works. Because right now, I can't do, it just wants to straighten. So let's just try. Also, who is this that's following me? Oh, both of you guys are following me. Oh, look at that. We got a whole little squad. We got Fox, Ness, and who's that coming up? Oh, Jake. Whoa, Jake, I haven't even seen you in chat. What up? Hey, good to see you. It's been a minute. Neat. Hey, real quick. How many people can you have in a lobby in this game? How many people can you have in a lobby? Also, Fox, seeing like the Fast and Furious R34 with just hella camber on it's really funny to me. 24? Hey, okay. That's good. That's a positive. There's Yuki again. Hey, that's twice what Forza can do, baby. Oh, okay, 16. All right, and that's still 4 more than Forza can do. So I'll take it. That's still a dub, just not nearly as good of a dub. But 16 is still okay. That, you know, I wish Forza could do 16. I mean, I really wish they could do like 30 plus, but you know, you deal with what you got to deal with. Okay, so real quick, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go suspension. We're gonna go right side. We're gonna do some toe out. And I guess I gotta deal with this whole thing. We'll do 0.1 of toe out. Seems plenty. We'll leave it there. And let's go try this. Yeah, right, John? Rusty, hold on, I got it for you. BC44HHBE. There you go. There's your room code. Yeah, feel free to join in, folks. I will say, yeah, 16 players is still better. It's still certainly better. Can I hit third here? Ah! Sorry! Bring it back. Yeah, does anyone know what the reset button? Hey, it's down on the D-pad. All right, we're good. I figured it out. Was that guy third? I did ask if I could hit third. Yeah, it still doesn't really have the power to sit in third. Now maybe if I messed with gearing, I could get it there. You know, shorten up the gears a little bit. Because second is just a little bit too low, and third's a little bit too high, unless I already have quite a bit of speed. Look at Jake go. Wait, Jake didn't have a livery a minute ago. Now all of a sudden he does. Second is just, I run out of wheel speed in second. Okay, let me find a spot here. Where did I want to go? Like up here? Wait, where am I on the map? Oh, it's down here. Yeah, this seemed like the spot. Although, okay, so yeah, serious question. How long do you think it would take me to get a higher power car? Because that's kind of the big thing I want to try. This car just doesn't have the power to link stuff like that. Oh, wait. No, I did see this livery on Jake's car. I think it just took a minute to load. Yeah, Rusty, I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how to play this game. But, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. It seems like it's working, but we all have very high ping because it's an Asian server for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just bugging out right now, but I'm sorry. Yeah, YOLO. Oh my god, it is YOLO tires. Wait, hold on. Camera. Get me to the free cam. YOLO tires. Ill skills. ASAPy. Original fake. Oh my god. I ready. Okay, this has to be Drift Social Club. This has to be an in-game livery, right? Because it's all like knockoff brands. G-Pex maybe, or D-Pex. That's really funny. That's actually really funny. I kind of like it. Just Drift It. I mean, I feel like I've seen that sticker before, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's a good livery. Yeah, Temu ass livery, right? Basically. Yeah, I've got, instead of do luck, I have bad luck on the bad, or on the back. Fast blast, pro drift instead of pro drive. Well weld instead of wellwood. That's pretty good. 404 instead of 326. Yeah, I didn't even really pay attention to that. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Okay, so somebody answered me. Killa said maybe a few hours. All right. Do I have other cars? How do I change car? I'm just like blowing all my money. No, this is my only car. Okay. So let's do this. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find... Now, can I be in single player for this? I wanna just like find a race to do. Just a career race. That says online racing. It says all online racing. I just wanna do like a career race. Can I do that online, or do I need to abandon you guys? Switch back to single player. Okay. Sign out. Bye, see you guys. Yeah, I think this is like the stuff that I want to be doing. Want to be wild juniors with this AI ass babe? I think that's what I want to do. Right? Online is spoke to online racing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, would this be like a good race to do, just to get a feel for it? For like a normal campaign race? Also, I'm going to switch my tires to Racing Plus for ultimate grip. Or wait, do I already own... Well, I own Sport Pluses already, so let's save the money. We'll do that. Yes, okay. All right, let's go. Oh, that's right, I do have a welded diff. Okay, hold on. Let's undo that. Let's go back to open diff. Tuning. I'm just blowing my money on all this fast travel stuff. But I want to give it its fair chance. So, was it not there? It must be in drivetrain, I guess. That would make sense, right? We could also do an LSD, a VLSD anyway. That's gonna give us, you know, the nice balance of not understeery, but you know, still not welded diff. So let's do that. Tires are fine. Use race gas. Raise the difficulty for more money. How do I do race gas? I see tires here. What even is the purpose of race gas in the game? I'm at a gas station. Sport, nitrous. I have here. Hold on. I can only do stock and sport. I probably haven't unlocked it yet. We'll fill up. Okay. And then let's go do this. I guess. Sure. Oh, it gives you a higher rev limiter? All right, sure. Sure. Doesn't, yeah, I actually played, good to see you, by the way. I played this on launch and refunded it after about 4 hours because I really hated the handling. And I've played CarX Drift and I didn't like the handling there either. But we're giving it a new shot. And so far, I will say, more positives than I used to have. More positives than I used to have, for sure. You have race. I'm guessing, Yuki, what you meant to say is I've done this race already. Is there another? How do I find out like what race I've done and haven't done? I don't know like what the UI cues are here. Like what do I click on this and then fast travel to that probably? I don't know. It's a handling I very much tolerate, not enjoy, to get the rest of the game, which is actually quite good. Fair. Fair. Okay, I'm just gonna fast travel here. Wait, can't fast travel, it's too close. How do you get refunds after 4 hours? This is an important point to bring up. A lot of people get hung up on the whole Steam 2 hours thing. A lot of people get really hung up on that. Let's just clarify real quick. Steam will give you a guaranteed, no questions asked refund if you have less than 2 hours of gameplay. That does not mean they won't give you a refund if you have more than 2 hours of gameplay. You can technically get a refund at 1,000 hours of gameplay if you want. Everyone gets hung up on the whole fact that like you just get a guaranteed instant no questions asked refund at 2 hours. But you can absolutely refund anything you want. Then it's just like Steam's gonna look at it. Steam is actually gonna like review it and determine if it's valid, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, if there's a game that you're like, hey, I can't run the game or it's not what I hoped for, whatever, you can absolutely still refund it with more time in the game. So yeah, don't get caught up on that. If you have a game that you want to refund for valid reasons, like servers get shut down or it's unreliable, whatever, you can absolutely do that beyond the 2 hours. Absolutely, you can do that. Dustin, genius. I have like 400 games in my Steam library. I could probably do that. But yeah, obviously they would say no to that. Okay, here we go. Midtown Sprint number 6. We're on our sport gas. We're on a VLSD. Still slightly drift tuned, but like nothing too aggressive. Oh God. I gotta be honest. You know how I said like AI rubs me the wrong way? Why do they gotta make me look at his stupid face? Why do they gotta make me do that? Can I get his face off of his car? I don't want to look at him. It just makes me mad. Also, yeah, understeer's still pretty bad. The understeer's gross. And I'm sure maybe towards the end of the game, or at least towards the middle of the game, you can get some cars that aren't as bad at it, and you can tune it out to a certain degree. But damn, this is nasty. It feels gross to me. It's better than JDM's grip handling. Ah! But man, cars just don't want to turn. It just feels bad. I don't like it. This is gross, you guys. It's gross. Yeah, we can use nitrous. Oh wait, I remapped it. Hold on. It doesn't make me go anywhere. There we go. Yeah, we're getting our butt kicked. I kind of forgot that nitrous was a feature. I don't have it mapped to a good thing. It's above my throttle, so it's like I get one or the other. It's just the low-level builds that suck. But that's the problem to me. That's the problem to me. I disagree so vehemently with that style of game design. Of, oh, the slower cars, the beginner cars are supposed to feel bad. I'm sorry, but I just disagree with that so heavily. An MX-5 is notoriously a good handling car. There's a reason it is like the most popular entry-level racing league in the world. MX-5s are like, if you asked anyone, what's a good handling car? MX-5, MX-5, MX-5. It's the go-to answer. So just because it's like a starter car in this game, it shouldn't feel bad. I hate that. I think that's such a terrible design choice. And a lot of people defend CarX by saying that. Of like, oh, well, you know, you gotta level up. You gotta get the better cars. But to me, good car games feel good the whole time. That's just the take. Like, you know, good car games should always feel good. You know, it's like getting a gun getting your first gun in Halo. All the guns feel good in Halo. If the pistol sucked, then if the assault rifle sucked, you know. Am I still on default assistant? Yes. There's no way that's gonna make a difference though. Hold on. We're on the 60-40 with normal assist. So let's try low. Let's give it its fair shit. Let's give it its fair shot. But I don't think that's gonna help. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, can I rerun that same race? Oh, it's gone from the map. Sure, fast travel. But yeah, to me, like, I think slow cars are fun. Like Forza, slow cars are fun. Gran Turismo, slow cars are fun. Assetto Corsa, slow cars are fun. Even on like the old Need for Speeds, slow cars were still fun. So I just, it really pisses me off when people are like, oh no, the slow cars, the beginner cars should feel bad. And it's like, no, they shouldn't. What are you talking about? No, they shouldn't. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see, now the problem is it just also understeers. This is not better. Because then you just over-rotate the wheel. Like, maybe, we'll try. We'll try roll steering is really nice and smooth. But I know Rusty keeps saying, no, it's just an assists thing. I don't think it's the assists. I think it's the physics. I don't think it's an assists issue. Yeah, that's like really smooth, well, an attempt anyway, at very smooth. It's just violently understeery. It's just violently under. Yes, you get this initial snap. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Hold on. Right now it'll be kind of unstable. Wait. Lower assist, higher stabilization. All right, let's can we mid race adjust? I think that's the best way to do it. Yes. Okay. So you said Also, yeah, Ami, for your crew thing, yes, I fully agree with that. Aggressor says, I'd say slower cars should be easier for beginners while being fun to drive. That's how you get new people in. Yeah, exactly. First impressions matter. First impressions matter. Like, people that will defend a game and be like, oh yeah, like it's, 50 hours to get to the end game, but then the end game's really good. Or with TV shows, like, oh yeah, it doesn't get good until like season 3 or 4, and then it really kicks off. It's like, I don't want to sit through hours and hours of stuff I won't to enjoy to get to something I will enjoy. Because there's other things I can just enjoy right now. So, like, the initial impression matters. Your initial cars should still feel good and easy to drive and fun. That's just, hot take. Hoki crash out time. All right. Okay, so low assistance, high stabilization. That's the thought. So is this our opinion here, Beto? We're on low assistance, go 80%. Okay, 80%. All right, let's give that a shot. Apply it. Just kind of giving a little whip around, feeling it out. Yeah, if it's good, it should be good right away. Yeah. Like, I'm okay, I'm okay with that to a little degree. If a game has, like, a little bit of a rough intro, but it gets good, like, within an hour or two, I'm okay with that. Like Pokemon games. I'll be honest, Pokemon games are like that to me. The new ones, anyway. The new Pokemon games, I don't like the first, like, 3 hours of a Pokemon game. Because they're way too hand-holdy these days. And they just go slow, and it's like, oh my god, just let me play the game. Let me, like, get into the open world here. But then the game opens up, and it feels good. Like, that's okay. That's okay. And if, like, the first, if the pilot episode of a show is a little shaky, but they, like, find their footing, that's okay. But when you have to, once you cross, like, 5 to 10 hours before the game, like, gets good, or the whatever piece of media gets good, you kind of lost me. You kind of lost me at that point. Okay, and anyway, that said, yeah, I'm still not liking the steering. This track's not great for it because it's not very tight. There's only, like, a handful of tighter corners. But it's still, like, look, what is happening there, man? It's just, oh my god, it feels, like, anemic. Like, you have to try to make an MX-5 feel painful to drive. Turn off assist entirely to see the bigger problem with the physics engine? Alright, let's just try it. We haven't done it, and I don't like this. Let's go full no assist, just for the hell of it. And then let's restart the race, too. Yeah. Do I recommend this game? Not really. I don't, but I think I have a stricter opinion than most on the handling. I think, I will say I've come around a lot. I think the map was one of the things I liked more about the game early on when I first played this on release. And I will still say that I think, can you look at them? Yeah, you can't look at a map in mid-race. I do think the map is a high point. I think visually the game looks pretty good. I think customization is pretty good. Oh my god. Ah! Oh god, it just wants to drift so bad. we couldn't really tell at first because we were just driving straight. Whoa. But yeah, for me, handling is so important. And I am pretty picky about handling. I am pretty picky, and I fully admit that. I am pickier than most when it comes to handling. So if you're looking at the game and, like, it looks fun, and maybe, like, if you liked CarX Street, if you liked JDM, you'll probably like this. ultimately full price, the game's $20. Also, yeah, I have VSync on, but I also have G-Sync. So maybe it's looking a little bit rough. Should we maybe lock it? Well, wait, it's not even... Wait, I have max frame rate at 120 and it's still going to 130. Wait, yeah, why? Does the frame rate lock not work? Because I'm definitely... It says max frame rate 120 and I'm currently getting 150. Many of us are spoiled by Horizon 5. Yeah, that's honestly what it is to me. I am spoiled by Horizon 5's handling. To me, there is just nothing that comes close to how good Horizon 5 feels. And I will say Horizon 5's not perfect. It isn't. But it's as close to perfect as it gets. And they continue to make it better and better and better and better. From Horizon 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, handling has like linearly gone up. And it just feels really good. This feels really good. I'll say I enjoyed this more than Unbound because they both have crap handling, but here the map and progression was better. I could totally see that. And to be honest, this is a third the price. Unbound was Unbound 70? I don't remember. I think that might have been like before everything went $70. So maybe it was 60. Yeah, but either way, I have this right now for $10. Although I guess Unbound is $5 right now, so it's a little different. But yeah, the value proposition for a game like this is totally there. Let's just see. If I lock it to 90... Yeah, it's just kind of... Wait, oh, hold on. Did I not save? I didn't save. Yeah, the game does not care about my frame rate limit. It really doesn't give a shit. Or maybe my PC doesn't care. I don't know who's in control here. But yeah. Sorry, I don't know. Does that do anything? I don't think that does literally anything for me. The frame rate is Unbound. It might be because I'm in borderless window, but I think if I go full screen... Oh no, okay, hold on. Maybe we're onto something there. Apply that. No, it does not care. Oh, and they broke that. Sorry, I didn't look up at the screen. Okay. All right. Let's undo that. Sorry. Okay, we're back. I disagree. Horizon 5 all-wheel drive the world meta is so stupid. That existed in Horizon 4 from a competitive standpoint, and it sucked. Definitely not the case anymore, though. Oh yeah, Ami says all-wheel drive's not meta in Horizon, at least not in 5. Yeah, that was really only an issue in 4, and that was stupid. I fully agree. And yeah, again, to be clear, Horizon is not perfect. But the overall driving feel of Horizon is about as close to perfect as it gets for me. There are things about Horizon's meta that I still don't like. I think Horizon 5 made very positive strides for the meta. It pretty much entirely got rid of all-wheel drive being overpowered. All-wheel drive is still good in some cases, but like all-wheel drive is still good in some cases in real life. So, you know, that's valid. There's not really much there's not much else they could do at this point without making things less realistic. Because let's be honest, all-wheel drive is just really good in real life. There's a reason that a lot of companies are starting to make all-wheel drive cars, sports cars, and like high-end supercars are now all-wheel drive because it's good. The main thing I'd say I don't like meta-wise about Horizon 5 is engine swaps. The fact that engine swaps are pretty across the board still fairly OP, I don't like that. But again, if you're not concerned about the meta, that doesn't affect like the driving of the cars. The driving of the cars is phenomenal, and the only thing I would like to see a little bit more of is a little bit more dynamic braking. A little bit more dynamic braking feel. And a little bit, I think, more... Just a little bit more weight to the cars. Because they intentionally kind of dampen the suspension to make everything a little bit smoother, which is fine. It makes the cars easier to drive for sure, but it also makes them just a little dampened, you know? And I'd like a little bit more of a dynamic feel, but like 10%. Don't go too far with it. Yeah, I won! I got fourth. I was almost a podium. But yeah, I think Horizon across the board has like by far the best controller handling of any game out there. By far. So yeah, that would be my take with that. Is I'm spoiled with Horizon. I think nobody does it anywhere near as good as Horizon. And honestly, hot take, I think a lot of arcade games have gotten way, way worse with their handling. Like, I don't mean to be like too much of like, oh, YouTuber, old game good, new game bad, but Black Box era, Underground 2 felt way better than this to drive. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I think too many games these days, JDM, CarX, Need for Speed, they try to implement challenge by making the cars feel bad. And I just think that's dumb. I just think that's the worst thing you can do. Whereas old games, you know, in Underground 2, the early cars are still really fun to drive. And they don't understeer. Like, I feel like back in the day, the understanding of arcade was that cars were easy to drive. The cars were easier than simulators to drive. That was, oh, I did not save those settings, didn't I? And these days, I feel like, oh no, that is saved. Oh wow, yeah, that just feels really bad still. Is Miata, yes, crowd, I have definitely done a flip or two in the old Miata. Let me just find a little hedge, and then it'll probably do one. Hey, that was pretty sick. Dang, okay. But yeah, I feel like old arcade games had an understanding that, like, driving the cars should be fun. Like, I've had this conversation a million times. So buckle up, dudes. It's time for Hoki Rants About Physics, episode 5000. But, to me, a game, and specifically an arcade game, but a racing game, should never, ever, 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 ever feel worse than real life. Real life is the bar. That's the ground level for an arcade game. You're starting with real life. Your goal in an arcade game is to make the cars feel more fun than real life. That's your goal when you're trying to make an arcade game. When you're trying to make a sim, you're trying to make it as close to real life as possible. But when you're trying to make an arcade game, your goal is to make the cars as fun to drive as possible. Ah! And games like CarX and JDM and Need for Speed, a lot of the new ones, they don't do that. They intentionally make the cars drive poorly as a progression mechanic. And they reward you towards the end of the game with better and better driving cars. But you have to slog through crappy driving cars to get there. And I just think that's like, the biggest crime you can commit in racing game design is intentionally making the cars feel bad so that you can reward the player by making them feel better later. And specifically with understeer. I've said it a billion times. Arcade games should not ever have this much understeer. Ever, 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 ever. It's such a universally disliked feeling. And Need for Speed does it, and CarX does it, and JDM does it, where they just inject such extreme understeer into the grip handling, and it just makes the cars feel abysmal. Worse than real life. I mean, this car, that's worse than real life. That it understeers worse than a real life bone stock MX-5 would. Full lock, there you go. A real MX-5 wouldn't do that. It just wouldn't. And I just hate that. Oh, Air says, problem is, Hoki, I'm in tier 5 and they still feel understeery as hell unless you can somehow parse the tuning system. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not, sorry, I haven't been reading chat in a minute. Black box NFS games felt good at speed. Anything that needed low speed precision was impossible. I think that depends on the game. I think open world, low speed, drift, and grip in Underground 2 feels great. I love, like, the, stage 1 to stage 2, maybe stage 3 driving in Need for Speed Underground 2. I think it's great. I think I don't like the drifting in Underground 2, but I actually like the open world drifting in Underground 2. It's just the drift events where they make the physics all wonky. I don't like that. Yeah, and then I would think Most Wanted was a step backwards in low speed handling, but a step forwards in high speed handling. Most Wanted feels really good at speed. Very controllable, very exciting, good to drive. Whereas Underground 2, at high speed towards the end of the game, gets a little chaotic and a little frustrating. And you get a little bit of understeer as well on pretty much every car. Or lack of grip overall, I guess I would say. Yeah, but see, that's my problem, is I still don't like the drifting in CarX. I still just don't like it. And that does come a little more down to personal preference. And you are right. CarX has always been a drifting game first. It's the same thing with JDM. They're drifting games first and like grip driving games second. And I get that. Like from a mentality standpoint, that's fine. But I still don't like the drifting in either JDM or CarX. Because it's too... I don't know, it pulls all the excitement out of the drifting for me. I just don't find it fun. You don't have to counter steer. There's no violence to it. There's no like big weight shift. It just feels like drifting around on snow, which like sure is kind of fun in real life, but it's not fun for me in a video game. So yeah, it's just not my preference. Yeah. Physics in Underground 2 are amazing. Cars feel like they sit on top of the road properly and break traction when you'd expect them to. I should replace it. Yeah, no, I think Underground 2, at least in the lower speed, actually has very good handling. And like, I think Underground 2, this is maybe a hot take, Underground 2 was like an OG Simcade. Like back, with, where they were at back in the day. Underground 2 was a little Simcade-y. They started to stray away from that with Most Wanted and stuff like that, but Underground 1 and 2 actually, like, felt pretty good. Like, they teach you how to trail brake in Underground 2. There are tool tips that teach you how to trail brake in that game. Which, like, that's like a real driving tactic that, CarX ain't gonna tell me how to do that. So, I don't know. From recent car games I played that had really nice handling was Fumes. Yeah, a couple of you guys have brought up Fumes. I have not played that yet. But the more I'm hearing about it, the more people are like, yeah, it's sick. It's really fun. Weaker cars are usually less durable and smaller, nimble and responsive. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we looked at Fumes the other day for the first time. I think you're not going to listen into this, but CarX doesn't doing progression stuff. Wait. And it has proper driving stuff. If you can get around with the assistant. Since you made up your mind already, I'm not going to get... Beto, you've given me... The problem is you've given me your recommended settings, and I still don't really like them. I would be welcome to be... I'm still open, like, to be proven wrong. If someone can offer a different suggested setting, I'm all ears. But Beto's, you've given me your recommended settings, and I still just think they feel terrible. But that's okay. People have different preferences, and that's fine. So yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it is what it is. Yes, I did see Fumes has a demo, for sure. Yeah, Era Macro, I would love that too. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah. You can absolutely make weaker cars drive well. There are many other variables. Again, I welcome anybody tell me what the settings are. If you think an MX-5, you can get an MX-5 to drift or drive well in the game, just give me the settings. I'm all ears, man. I really am. Like, let me know. That's what this whole stream is about, is like, I want to give this game the most fair chance possible. I want to hear from people who play the game, who like the handling, who say, oh yeah, no, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. Oh, the fireworks are fun up there. And I've tried everything so far, and I still just haven't liked it. That's the problem. I just still am not liking it. Rusty says it's not the settings. Devs just need to fix the assistance to make it a little more snappy, way less understeery. I still don't think that's an assistance issue. I think that's a physics issue. And maybe that's just arguing semantics at that point. But to me, because here's my thing. If you go no assistance, you still get crazy understeer. So that makes me think it's not an understeer, or sorry, it's not an assistance setting. Like here I've got everything off, and I'm gonna roll steer real smooth. And you get that initial turn in because the game like wants you to drift. But then you hit mid corner. Once the car like rolls onto its side, you just stop getting grip. And that's the problem. So I think it's a tire model slash, you know, weight of the cars kind of physics thing. But yeah, I still think the cars aggressively understeer even with no assistance. But then they just like have this weird little snap because it's again, like it's a drift model first. It's a drift model first. Oh, Rusty. Oh, buddy. Oh, do not go there with me. I don't know. I won't start that conversation. I won't start that conversation. But yeah, Mess. I agree with Mess in this case. It's baked in. It's not an assistance issue. It's a physics issue. It's a physics issue. Because here's the thing. If I played Assetto Corsa without assists, now Assetto Corsa on a gamepad these days is actually pretty good. And that is because of assists. That is because of gamepad filters that do stuff. But even without the gamepad filters, you can do what I'm doing right now, which is just smoothly roll steering. And it behaves very well. It still behaves, you know, like a real car, because it's a simulator. I have done that. And it's very different. Very different than this. This, no matter what, the vehicle just doesn't behave in a way that is fun or realistic to me. Fun or realistic. And that's a problem because, again, it should be more fun than real. That's the whole point of an arcade game, is it should be more fun than a realistic game. Because that's, otherwise just make a sim. So, I just don't click with it. I just don't click with it. Not gonna lie, I'm really happy about those gamepad filters on AC. I can test the track when I'm away from home and haven't brought a wheel. Oh yeah, dude, in the past few years, Assetto Corsa on a controller has gotten so good. It's gotten so good. Yeah, I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. Error. Yeah, what's that? The steering assist is kind of like a curve. It ramps up slowly and it gets faster steering, gets deeper. Right, yeah, like speed sensitive steering is kind of the real world thing of that. But yeah, I'm playing with 0 assists, and it still violently understeers. That's the problem. That's the problem. Is I'm playing with 0 assists, I'm barely turning the wheel, and the car's just like, nah, buddy, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So that's the issue. Is it's not an assist thing, it's a physics thing. I'm a controller sim racer veteran. I ran controllers before they even had support on these games. Oh yeah, back when I first started getting into AC in like 2018, there were people on SRP that played with controllers back then, and they were like gods. It's crazy. That blows my mind. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, if you get good enough at it, you know, you can make it work. You can make it work. Yeah, I mean, I've got hundreds of hours on Assetto Corsa. I definitely know how that game feels. Obviously, most of that's on a wheel, but I have played the game quite a bit on a controller. I'd say I've put 10 to 20 hours on a controller for testing purposes, or sometimes, yeah, I have wanted to like test a map or film something, and it's just easier to break out a controller to do that. But yeah, I mean, hold on. Can we do something? Let's do a live test here. Let's go. Can I? Here, let's go Imperial, just so my freedom brain can understand. Let's go 60 miles an hour. Hold on. Let's go here. Get down there. Aside from the handling of the game is cool and has a lot to enjoy. Yeah, I like the map. I'd say map is definitely a highlight. Beto, yes, I do know how it feels. Feels way better than this. That's what I've been saying. Is Assetto Corsa, and maybe I think that's the point you're trying to make. Assetto Corsa without steering filters on a gamepad still feels literally in a different league to this, in my opinion. Like, they almost can't even be compared. I see where you're getting at, because the thing they both do is it's more raw input from the joystick. Horizon 4 had the same thing. Horizon 4 sim steering was, you could go normal mode and it would filter your steering input, or you could go sim mode and it wouldn't filter your steering input. It would be much more raw. So I think that's the point that you and probably Rusty are trying to make. That, no, it's just a matter of filters, blah, 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 blah. It's, yes, this is the raw input. What I'm trying to say is, no, it's not that. Because even when you steer very smoothly, like roll steer really lightly, so you're only doing light steering input, it still understeers significantly worse than a real car would. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, customization's pretty good as well, for sure. For sure. I don't underestimate people's ability to control anything with anything. Dude, yeah, look at like speedrunners. Look at ooh, big old lag spike there. Look at speedrunners who, you know, play games with like, you know, baguettes. They play like Dark Souls with a dance pad. You know? Put on the Race Plus tires? For what? For the steering? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Okay, I think we're bought. I think we're installed. All right, let's give that a shot. Because you're right, we didn't try that. Play AC with Donkey Kong bongos? Hell yeah. What kind of French speedrunning are you watching? Dude, only the best. Yeah, I mean, it's still... I'm sorry, it's still... That's so much more understeery than it should be. Look at how the back never kicks out. Yes, the car rotates a little bit more. The car does rotate a little bit more. But at no point, I cannot get the car to oversteer. I can't. I can't get the car to oversteer. That's, it's understeer, 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 understeer. Understeer, understeer, understeer. understeer. Like, at most, like, if you're right there, it feels okay. It feels relatively neutral at very light input. And then it's like, oh yeah, now you're drifting. It's like, oh, we've engaged drifting mode. So it's just, like, I don't know. It's just understeer, man. It's understeer into snap oversteer drifting. Yeah. And I do not like that feeling. I just think it's gross. I just think it's a gross, it's one of the worst things you can feel in a real life car. So why would I want to feel that in a video game? Like, that's I guess the point I would make with it. Yeah, that's the point I would make for it. Skill issue. Everyone would experience the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't tell if that's a joke or not. There's just violent understeer in the game. That's not a skill. Everyone can do the exact same thing I'm doing right now. Yeah. I don't know what the point is there. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Here's the point, guys. This is like not clicking with you. This is not clicking. Let me try to explain this as simply as I possibly can. It's worse than real life. It doesn't matter if you can, towards the end of the game, tune it to be passable. A bone stock MX-5 in real life does not understeer this poorly. And this is an arcade game, and that's a sin. That's bad. That's it. That's it. An arcade game should never have worse driving feel than a real car. Ever. Because that's your baseline. Your goal in an arcade game, racing game, is to make it fun. Blue X, that's from expert suggestions in the game. You don't realize how much of a self-own that is. I wasn't running those. I was running street tires or whatever. And then people who like the game, people who play the game a lot, said, please, please, try the Racing Plus tires. They'll be so much better. And I tried them and they're still bad. So that one's on you guys, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, yeah. My point is, rotate the damn thing is how to drive in CarX rather than beating the basic tire model. What do you mean by that? Fact is, they coded it for mobile. They deliberately made it very understeery. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, they're trying to make it understeery. That's their goal. They have the tools. They have the knobs to adjust it. Yeah. Oh wait, I hit the wrong button. We're gonna go back and we're just gonna drift around. How do you rotate a car that's understeery? I believe you can make it oversteery. Then give me the settings to make it oversteery. I've been begging for them. Everyone has been giving me settings. Try different assists. Try this. Try this. Try this. No one, not one of you, has actually given me settings. Give me settings. That's fine. Give me settings. I'm okay. I want to give it a chance, but people are like giving me settings and then being like, well, your settings are wrong. What? Yeah, it's just silly. It's just silly to me. Give me the car and I'll tune it. No, yeah, we tried to do this earlier. If anybody wants to give me a car through Pink Slip Racing, I welcome that. Oh yeah, that's right. We're still on an open diff. Go back to that. Or we're on the VLSD. But yeah, if anybody wants to try and give me a car that they think will feel good, they're welcome to it. They're welcome to it. I understand how fundamentally annoying it is for someone to not understand your way of perceiving something as fun. So while it's amusing to see such discussions, it never ends. No, it never does. This is what happens whenever we play a game where we don't like it. Is you have people that they like the game, so of course they want other people to like the game. But I think it's just a matter of like we're not going to see eye to eye. I don't like it, they like it, and that's okay with me. I'm okay if other people like it. Like I said, I understand why people like the drifting. I don't like the drifting. I think it's way too simplified, I guess. Yeah, I think it's just, people are going to defend the thing they like, and that's fine. I get it. I don't. But yeah, I think it's a problem of, like, not being willing to see the faults that the game does have. Yeah. Take the RX out on the alright. Yeah, do we have a room figured out? Wait, was that another person? Oh, that's just a random. Yeah, if we have a room figured out, give it to me. MX-34 Skyada. Yeah. I don't even know what C1 is. Give me a car you think handles well as a grip car. Give me a car. I don't care if it's slow. I don't care if it's fast. If anything, I'd prefer maybe if it's slow. Because that's kind of part of the argument is I think they intentionally make the slow beginner cars feel bad, and I think that's stupid. No, yeah, give me, I don't care. Yeah, you can give me whatever you want. Yeah, you can give me whatever you want. I don't know if stuff is locked. Like, would higher level stuff be locked for me? I don't know. You're focusing way too much on doing whatever people ask you to do to try to make you like the game. At this point, I'm sure you'll enjoy it more if you just play through it with the handling you don't like. Well, no, here's the thing. I don't want to play this game. There's a reason I refunded the game a year ago after not enjoying it. The handling is just not fun to me. I just don't enjoy it. I think the drifting is too padded, and I think the grip handling is just bad. So yeah, it's just a matter of, I don't have a need to play this game, but because a lot of people in chat, a few people in chat actually, were saying like, no, you should try it, it's way better now, like they got better assist settings, blah, 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 blah. Like the cars don't understeer anymore. I was like, all right, I'll give it a fair chance. I'll give it a fair chance. And now I tried it, and I don't like it. Well, right, but I wanted to give it a chance. Right now, like, I will always give something a fair chance. I will always give something a fair chance. It's been a year since I've played the game. It's been a year, so like, yeah. And they've changed some things, so I'm totally fine to give the game a chance. But I might just come to the realization that, yeah, I think the physics are still bad. Exactly, Dustin. That's exactly the take I'm trying to make. Is games like Midnight Club, older Need for Speeds, they were good because the starter cars were still fun. Every car in the game was fun. Every car in the game. All right, Rusty, let's try this out here. Okay. Udenf. Oh, Ud fun. Hey, look at that. 644. What's wrong with the handling? The game auto counter steers for you really bad. There's not a lot of weight to the drifting, and the grip driving is super understeer prone. Yeah. All right, we got Rusty and Blue. Okay, what do I do here? What do we do? Yeah, pretty much the whole tire model. Yeah. Give you a vet if you understeer that car, just uninstall. Okay. There seems to be a fundamental issue here with thinking it's my fault if the car Okay. Oh, you meant Civic. Okay. I figured Savok was some like weird, you know, copyright free name for whatever car in this game. All right, let's oh, that's right. Cuz we got gifted the premium edition or deluxe edition, whatever. Okay, if I claim these, I would assume this counts, right? Okay. All right, here we are. 300ZX. We have 2 cars, I think, officially now. I don't see any open events. I don't know if you guys need to remake one. You can't start a race with a... Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Wait, so can you never use the DLC cars online? Is there... Okay, let's do this. It's gonna say I can't fast. Oh no, I can't. Okay. Not in pink slip. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That totally makes sense. That's fair. Right. Because yeah, people who don't have the DLC. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so here we go. There's the Civic. 13 grand. Cool. Yep. No, that makes total sense. Faster instead of Falcon tires. Great. Watch the Civic understeer less. Maybe. Hey, low speed's all right. What like settings are we running here? Just so I know. Are we back on like the 60/40? 80/40 low level. Think the suggestion was going back to standard. No, we haven't tried front wheel drive yet. We have not. Okay. Now do this, right? Join. You could lose your car. Deal. Mongo, yeah, we were running into a ton of issues with rooms earlier. It kept creating rooms in Asia instead of the US or Europe. And then people were having issues joining. But I don't know. I don't really play this game, so I don't know like what's normal and what's not. Yeah. You keep stabilization 0, drift 30. Ah, we can try it. We can try it. Just feeling it out. Okay, it was Rusty's connection. Yeah. Gives you the same error joining or creating. Yeah, I do not play this game, so I don't really know. I'm sorry. Guys, I think we might win. I think we might take his car. Furthest over drift online? It's been very long time since I've played Drift Online, but I think I like the drifting in this more. I don't love the drifting in either, but I think so. Funny you and stock cars Spitfire. I know, so many games have, like Forza does that too. Well, yeah, like bone stock car, and it's like ba 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 ba. Whatever. That's it doesn't, especially in an arcade game, that doesn't bother me. Guys, we kicked his ass. We're better than the #1 player in the game, apparently. All right, we got it. Plus Corvette for us. Okay, how do I... Oh, wait, can I do that from my phone here? No. So, no, you go car dealership. At least I can say this game doesn't pull what Heat does. Oh yeah, you own this high-tier Corvette, but you can't drive it until you reach X level. Does Heat do that? Yeah, again, it's been a long time since I've done Heat, so I don't fully remember that. How do you... Oh, there... Okay, yeah, I just did that wrong. Change car. Here we go. Oh, no! Okay, is there a cheap house we can buy? Hold on. Okay, 16 grand. We could... That's doable, I think. 15. 16. 5 grand. There we go. All right. That's the price for me. Yeah, if you broke, just say that. There we go. Buy it. All right, we have a house. I think. Change car. Wait. Shit. Does an apartment not count as a house? Shit. Okay, I figured mechanically they were the same. Okay, my bad. I figured mechanically they're the same. Sell your Civic. Okay. Well, I thought you would do that in the car dealership, I guess. Oh, I like the little cat. It's fun. Right on me. Okay. Yeah, how do we sell cars in the game? Do I need to go to the garage? Do I do it from change car? We're just burning all of our money doing all these things. Open phone, change car, sell. Okay. Oh, maybe you can't sell the car you're in. Okay, so let's switch to this. There we go. Change car. And then sell the Civic. Okay. So now, which one are the houses, the 3 dots? I don't know what the dot difference is. Oh, we still only have 14 grand. Okay, hold on. We might need to like make a little bit more money. No. Is there a different icon for houses? Or do you just have to like find, all these say apartments. Let's get a map, select Corvette. Wait. Will it, hold on. My cars. That still says house required, Beto. 3 dots means 3 car slots. Okay. House apartments just for slots. They don't actually do anything. Got it. Yeah, it still says house required. Oh, press A to house. Oh, so you need like the storage. I see. Okay, so now I can drive it? I hit change car. Oh, I think you need to hold it. Hold on. Okay. I think we're there. Man, that's kind of a bummer. I didn't know what the houses were. Okay, and real quick, what are suggested settings here? What are suggested Dude, this stuff... Okay, well, let's wait for suggested settings. Let's wait for suggested settings. I am currently at... Controls. There we go. We're currently running standard assist 40-80. Why wouldn't it just automatically occupy the empty space? It's whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That stuff doesn't bother me too much. All 0 standard assist is the suggestion. Okay. We have not, I don't think we've tried that. We've done 0-0-0, but we haven't tried all 0 with the standard assist still on. Error. All right, let's try real nice and smooth. See, if this is supposed to be a grip setup car, I don't know what you don't understand about what understeer is and isn't, but that's understeer. I mean, don't get me wrong. As like a late game car, sure, this feels better. But yeah, man, it's still understeers. I feel like people don't understand what understeer is, maybe? Get the RX-7? All right, let's try. You've been wanting me to have the RX-7 the whole time. Let's try that. Is it gonna be this? Join, there we go. That's combined with tuning to avoid... Wait, sorry, Killa, I'm not understanding your comment. All right, I think I can take him. I think I can take him. Yeah, I'm honestly starting to wonder if people don't know what understeer is. And they think, well, no, the car drifts. That's oversteer. Like, I just... I don't know, man. I don't know. No way. Yeah, but this is supposed... I mean, according to, like, you know, apparently one of the better players in the game, if not the best, I don't know. But, you know, taking at face value. Yeah, exactly, Miss. I know, we're trying it out. We're giving it a shot. We're giving it a shot. Oh, wait. Ah. Wasn't looking. Yeah, we haven't played the game in about a year. I refunded it within a few hours because I wasn't feeling it. And then we were looking at it on sale. And a couple people were like, man, you should really try it. You should really try it again. And here we are. And I kind of still have all the same issues with the game. I still have all the same issues with the game. Beto, I'm being dead honest right now. Yes, this 100% is understeery. Like, that's what I'm saying. I, like, honestly am wondering if people don't know what understeer is. Yeah, people in chat saying I can visually see it. I'm starting to think, like, people don't know what understeer is. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's very obvious. You can see how much it understeers. Like, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it very obviously understeers. I don't know. Yeah, how about that? Maybe we look at a video? Maybe if someone's got like a world record time trial. And then maybe we can go from there. Because that would remove all skill issue comments if I'm just watching someone else. I don't know. The rear end of the car is rotating and counter steering is correcting it. Okay, so this is maybe what I thought you were getting at. That is still understeer. That's okay. I think what you guys are saying is the car goes into a drift. The car does that. Is that what you're saying? Like, no, it can't be understeering because when you turn, it ends up drifting. Is that what you're saying? Is that moment like means that it's not drifting? Or sorry, not understeering? Yeah, exactly, Dustin. Like, I feel like there actually is a fundamental difference of understanding for what understeer is here. And I want to try to understand that. Understand where people are coming on it. I like the skill issue calls like you didn't drift and track cars IRL and know how it's supposed to be. I mean, even that aside, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to convince someone that this car understeers. Yeah, I don't want to like pull rank and be like, I track cars in real life and I, you know, race simulators. Blah. I don't care. Like, this is a conversation about an arcade game. But, you know, real life principles still apply. Like, an understanding of what under and oversteer are still applies. I don't know. It just understeers. It understeers. People keep trying to like move the goalpost. Oh, have these settings. Oh, have these settings. Oh, have this car. Oh, have this car. Oh, you're not utilizing the assists. No, I want to be told, Rusty, it's 100% fine if you like the game. I am in no way saying that people shouldn't like this game. I don't care what people like. I don't want to yuck other people's yums. I'm just trying to understand the logic of people keep saying, no, you can make cars not understeer. You can make cars not understeer. And people keep trying to say you can do that, and I still haven't seen that. That's all I'm saying. I would like to be proved wrong about whether or not the game's fun for me. Because that was the original thing with your comment, Rusty, was like, no. If you turn off the assist, it doesn't understeer anymore. But it does. So yeah. Okay, yeah, my wife's just in here like, oh my god. He's on a big rant again. He's on a big rant. He's gonna be complaining to me after the stream's over. Yeah, no, and that's totally fine, Rusty. You didn't fail. The game failed. That's all it is. You did everything that you could do. You gave me... Oh, yeah, we didn't... Hold on. That's right. We didn't try the... I keep hitting the wrong button. We didn't try the RX-7. You've done... Everyone in chat mostly has been helpful. The people that are just... Actually, it's a skill issue. Not helpful. But... yeah, no, the game didn't fail. The game failed me. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, people have been giving me good things to try. It's just that I just still dislike the handling. I still dislike the handling. Okay, RX-7. Okay, we have to two house. There we go. Okay, switch. Hold it. There we go. Okay. The no hezzy room is leaking into chat. Yeah, a little bit. All right, let's make our way back to the. Let's make our way back to the. Oh, we're really close. Okay, back to the docks. There we go. Grab a world record video and post it on Discord. Okay, perfect. We will check that out. Yeah, so initially, again, it's kind of the same situation of there's no counter steer involved. The game just counter steers for you. And does that, have we done that with the drifting yet? Hold on, I want to see if I can maybe... So we have counter steer turned off. Counter steering's turned off. Let's go no assist. Full no assist here. And does this actually make you counter steer? Also, can I break through this? Yes, okay, okay. Hot CPU, hot hoagie. Yeah, we're sitting at a... Oh yeah, we're sitting pretty hot. We are sitting pretty hot at the moment. Okay, so that actually does make you counter steer. That's what you need to do. Because if you just leave it, it just sits straight. Okay. Visually cannot tell what the issue is. Well, I mean, at this point... It's mostly just that it's raw analog input, and that's always going to be tough. Unless you get really smooth with, you know, roll steering and stuff, it's going to be tough. Because it's just raw steering input. This actually does force you to counter steer, but they need a middle ground. And so far, I haven't really found the middle ground for that. Where it still has a filter. Again, you know, like a game like Horizon, or like Assetto Corsa with gamepad filters. This needs a proper filter. Yeah, this, 100% Rusty. This is something I think is totally fixable with assists. The grip handling, I think, is a fundamental issue with the physics. It's a fundamental problem with the physics. Because, probably, it's drift game first. Yeah, this 100%. If they can have a middle mode here, you know, similar to again, Assetto Corsa, Horizon, whatever, Grid. The Codemasters games are pretty okay at that as well. Then yeah, it'll be fine. Sound is interesting. It's fine. Yeah, that I believe is like salvageable because I don't think the drift physics are that bad. I just think the drift handling, I think the drifting is fine. I guess is what I would say. Yeah, drifting is fine, and I think that could be tweaked. I think there are fundamental problems with the handling of the grip cars. I think that's where the real issue is. And I think there's a fair argument to be made in the fact that it's not maybe meant to be a grip racing game. But yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest gripe you have brings up over and over again is you dislike the steering assist rather than the handling itself. No, I want to be clear, this is two different things. The drifting is an assist thing, mostly. I still think it's like way too smooth, and it's not as violent as real drifting is, and you don't really have like the same tools available to you. As a real car, foot braking doesn't really work quite as well to scrub speed, stuff like that. But overall, I think my primary thing with the drifting is, that's more of an assist thing. Because the big thing is like the feeling of counter steer is just not there. The grip handling, however, is just an understeer issue. That's very hot.
Ice pack for you and for the CPU.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh my god, isn't your air vent right there?
Yeah, but the AC's not on.
It is on.
Well, yeah, but it's not on in the rest of the house because the rest of the house is cold. It's just my room that gets hot. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yay! I got ice packs. I'm legit gonna put one of these in front of the PC. We'll go there and there. There we go. Get that nice cool air coming out. Throw that one behind me. Hello, little Nucky. Hello. That's the point of this assistant. It dumbs down the initial steering input for that smooth it. No, so Beto, but here's the problem. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. With the steering assist off, it fixes the drifting. And when I say fixes, I mean, it just, what do I mean by that? With the steering assist off when you're drifting, you actually need to counter steer. With the steering assist off when you're grip driving, there is still significant understeer. The behavior of every car in this game is just understeering. And even if you turn every assist... I didn't mean to do that. Even if you turn every assist off, which means it has nothing to do with the assists, it is still understeering. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just a matter of understeer versus oversteer. Yeah. It'll feel real bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of all there is to it. Let's watch that video. Hold on. I want to see. We'll remove all elements of skill issue. Wait, is this from like the same PAV as Forza PAV? Is this Forza PAV? It might be. Because there's a Forza video. There's more Forza stuff, CarX stuff. Old school rally. I know some of the competitive guys. Yeah, I think that's Pav. Hey, what's up, bud? Good to see you on YouTube. Cool. All right. I just want to make sure we're at max bit rate. There we go. Pop my tire drifting around you. Nice. We're gonna mute this for DMCA reasons. Yeah, so okay, already right there, and that's a little bit of maybe a bad faith argument because the car is lifting, but like that right there just shows me how much the game does not want the cars to rotate. That right there is an extreme kind of unfair example of exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, look at how much, I don't know. Like I don't know, we need to see tighter corners because obviously on faster corners it doesn't make it that big of a difference. Yeah, look at that. I don't know how you look at this and say that's not understeer. And this is a world record. Just to be clear, that's not me. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess I'll say this. If anyone's looking at this and says that's not understeer, then we just have fundamental differences about what understeer is. Look at, oh my God. Ooh, shortcuts, look at that. That right there's a Costco bulk quantity of understeer. Right, that's what I'm saying. What? So, again, removing any of my own driving from it, if you look at this and you're saying, oh yeah, that's a good driver, he's not under when the car rotates, at no point does the rear step out. You can drift in the game, so obviously you can get the rear to step out. I get that. But the front is losing grip before the rear pretty much every single time. No, but Rusty, that's not what's happening. Rusty says the front isn't losing grip. It's not turning in enough because of the harsh turn. No, okay. Turning the wheel more is not how you fix understeer. That actually makes understeer worse. One of the biggest things in racing is learning to turn the wheel less. So let's just be clear about that. let's just be clear about that. Turning the wheel more is bad. Typically what you want to do is light inputs on the wheel and use the weight of the car and the suspension setup of the car to let the car rotate. And that's not what's happening here. That's not what's happening. At this point, it's like the rear is just like glued to the road. The rear just does not want to rotate, and you're having to like drag the rear around. That's what understeer feels like. It feels like the rear is being dragged around instead of hitting that nice slip angle and sitting right on that kind of ragged edge of a balanced setup. So yeah, that's not a assist thing, because even with the assists off, where I had full control over how much the wheel could rotate, the rear of the car was still so planted. No, that's not true. That is factually incorrect, Rusty, because like I just said, with all the assists off, where I have fully raw control of the input, it still understeers. It still understeers. The rear end just will not step out. Unless it goes into like drift mode, and then you go whoop. I just think this is like a fundamental difference in understanding of what understeer is. I promise you, it is not an assist thing. Because with every single assist off and fully raw steering input, it is still understeering. Makes the Audi look like it drives like my wife's Outback. Yeah, and that's kind of the point I'm making, is understeer's not fun. To me, anyway. It's just not fun. You can make it work. People drive cars that understeer all the time. That happens. You're right, but I just can't explain what's going on. But I know, Rusty, I know what's going on. That's the thing. I'm confident about what's going on. I'm not questioning it. Their tire model just is understeer prone because it's built for drifting. That's all it is. So I feel I'm not like asking the question of, oh, why is this happening? Yeah, that finish skip is crazy, by the way. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I promise you it's physics, not assists. I promise you. I promise. Maybe the steering assist is like those cars where you can never fully turn off traction control. Like, it may say it's turned off, but it's still there. Personally, I have no idea. No, because, again, this isn't an issue of not being able to turn the wheel enough. It just did. I can turn the assist off and get fully manual control over the steering wheel. So it is not an issue of that. It just isn't. Like, that is just easily provably false. It's not an issue of how much you can turn the wheel. It's an issue of the front tires, A, not having enough grip, and B, the rear tires having, like, too much until it decides it's time to drift. So yeah. Here's the thing, the time on CarX is if you want to achieve that sweet slip angle, you have to break up the traction first, which front end, with being big steering inputs, will break up first and starts to understeer a bit. Right. So it understeers. Like, again, you can work around it. There's people who have tracked, understeery Honda Civics for years. You can work around it. That doesn't mean they're not understeery. Maybe that's the difference here. Maybe that's where the disconnect is. You can still get a car with understeer to turn, to rotate, with the right inputs. That doesn't mean it's not understeering, though. That's the issue. That's the issue. And again, also like needing to unsettle the car to get some level of rotation also is understeer. Crowned, no. Sit back down. You're waiting until class is over. Let me say it this way. With no assistance, you go full lock and understeer into a tree. You go full assistance, and the car just doesn't turn sharp enough. Right, so in both cases, that's understeer. In both cases, you're understeering. One, you're over-rotating. Like, that's what happens. Like, you're over-rotating the wheel, so of course you're going to understeer. That's going to happen. But that's why I'm saying it's not an assists thing. Because at both extremes of the... If at both extremes of the assist level, you're understeering, then that doesn't mean there's a middle ground where you're oversteering. That means it's just understeer both ways. Can I hire you to do this for other games, Cars and Gas Friend? Sure. Oh. There's a reason why... Oh, this run... Yeah, there's a reason why this run clips curbs to turn. Right. Again, you can work around it, but the fact that you can work around it does not mean it doesn't exist. That's... Oh, shit. I'm gonna just shut it all down. Damn. Damn, you got me. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're still in the game. There can be middle ground and assistance. No, I believe there can be middle ground and assistance, because that's the drifting thing. I don't believe that solves the grip understeer issue. That's I think, where we maybe disagree. Because I think if 0 assist means understeer, and 100% assist means understeer, the middle will still be understeer. Now, that's not the case in the drifting. In the drifting, on one hand, you have no need to countersteer because it does it for you. And on the other hand, it's like too raw, where, yeah, some assistance would be nice. There's a sliding scale there. There's a sliding scale. Wait, was there an ESV guy at the end of there? Hold on. I know green. Yeah, there's Ego. Hey, our boy Ego. I thought, maybe that's where I thought I saw ESV. I know green also did world record stuff in this game for a little while. Oh, wait, no, oh yeah, there he is. Yeah. There's green. Yeah, dude, I love how this is all Forza guys. It's Pav, Green, and Ego. That's awesome. Yeah, I think ultimately, and this was the issue with Blue as well, I think it's just having a difference in understanding of what understeer is. I think that really is where it all comes down to. I think it's just a difference in understanding what the term understeer actually means. Okie balls, was that another name? Hold on. Oh yeah. One letter away from Hokey balls. Real close. Real close. I guess it would be alright if it was 1 or 2 cars that handle like this, but not every single one. Yeah, so funny enough, like, so here's the thing. And I think this is, we can do a good test on this, because I think, oh shit, I sold it. Okay, this is what I was gonna say, was when I bought that Civic and drove it a little bit, yeah, I got rid of it, dang it. When I bought that Civic, the Civic made sense. The Civic understeered how a Civic probably would understeer. That tracked, but the problem is you don't get that exact same understeer in a rear-wheel drive, you know, FD, Corvette, whatever, MX-5, and in the game you do. And that's where, like, the difference comes from. Is like, yeah, understeer is a thing that happens in real life, absolutely. But yeah, it doesn't make sense for, like, a little lightweight rear-wheel drive coupe on shitty tires to still understeer. That's where it gets silly. Let's just try some different assists. 1 letter away from Pokeballs. There, yes. Well said. Well said. Ven, yeah, I kind of want to go back and try that. Now that we gave TXR D2 its, like, fair shot, I mean, it's a fair shot. A full playthrough. We enjoyed the hell out of that game. I do want to go back and do TXRD1 for sure. Oh, I thought that might be the end. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I just need to give it up. Because I don't think we're going to come to an agreement here. But I don't know, man. I don't know how you see this, how you look at this and go, yep, that's not understeer. That's just a skill issue. I don't know how you see that. Like, just because you can get the car to oversteer doesn't mean it doesn't understeer. And maybe that's what it is. Anyway. Wait, isn't TXRD1 Kaido Racer? Isn't it TXRD1 is Kaido Racer, TXRD2 is Kaido Racer 3, and then there's Kaido Racer 2, which I think didn't come out in America, right? Maybe there's slight differences? There's even Tire Screech, who in their right mind wouldn't say that's not understeer. I know, that's what, to me, it's like the most, that's where I think this whole confusion was coming from, is I figured everyone was on the same page as to what understeer is. And I guess I'm learning that we're not. I don't know. Like, there you go. You see, if you get it, if you unsettle the rear a little bit, but then even there, I'm full throttling it and it just pulls it back in. That's understeer. Like, that won't happen. I promise you, if you get in a 300ZX and you get the rear to break loose and you are fully turning left, it's not gonna straighten. It's gonna spin. Like, you cannot do this in a real 300ZX. You cannot. This is understeer. Like, there's no other, that's understeer. Textbook understeer. Look at that, I'm full left, and it just straightens. That won't happen in a real car. Oh. Anyway, TXRD1 is Kaido Battle. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was getting caught up on the Kaido Racer, Kaido Battle thing. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I was getting caught up on that. I was thinking Kaido Racer is Kaido Battle. I was for some reason, like, my brain had a little fart there. Yes. And I do agree, I should try that. Dustin was asking me to try that as well, I think, when we were playing TXRD. Yeah. Dasta, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I think we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna call it there. I still don't like the game. The community's great, though. Like that, to talk on this, to give my one little point, on this. Someone like Mars, Green, hell, Ego and Pav, the guys that you saw on this leaderboard. If you talk shit about Horizon Physics, they'll talk shit right with you. Because we all agree, yeah, there's little things that, I think every competitive player in Horizon has an issue with how the braking works. Oh yeah, you can get the car, that's not understeering. It do be rotating. But it does speak to, like, I don't really want to play your game if some of supposedly your best players are coming in and just yelling skill issue, and refuse to, in my opinion, see the very obvious it's fine if the shortcomings don't bother you. That doesn't bother me. If you say, hey, I like the game, but, like, yeah, you're right, the grip handling's kind of whatever, I could care less. I do not mind at all But it's like the staunch, as soon as someone says skill issue, I kind of just write them off, to be completely honest. Like, because that immediately is just trying to deflect the issue onto the person, which I just think is a terrible argument. Yeah, I love plenty of bad games. Let me be clear. I love plenty of bad games. And yeah. But I think you got to accept that, yeah, there's not every game's perfect, you know? And it's these people. It's the, you know, I hate to be that guy. But it's, you know, it's the takeover, no hezzy people that are just kind of like that. It's just not a good community. It's just not a good community. I don't know. No, Beto, go for it. Yeah. I just didn't. Bluey didn't. Can you have skill issues, brother? Wait, what? I'm sorry. What's Beto talking about? Yeah. At least the map's really good. Maybe someday it'll be playable in AC. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Or BeamNG. Yeah, Beam. I need to come back to B. I need to come back to BeamNG. What? Wait, yeah. What? Bluey didn't. We didn't say you have skill issues. What? Were you not reading chat? Cause yeah. Bluey like 3 times was like, no, skill issue. I got receipts if you want me to scroll up and go back into the VOD and find it. Yeah, 100%. Ironically, we all have skill. No, and to be clear, obviously I'm not the best at this game. But you don't need to be the best at something to recognize problems with it. Hot take, I guess. No, Beto, I'm not arguing with you and Rusty about it. No. I think I do disagree with both of you guys about what understeer feels like. I don't, as far as I'm not saying Beto or Rusty, either of you guys were yelling skill issue. I think for me, it's just, no. I never said your name. I'm sorry. If you felt targeted, no. I'm just saying, when new people were coming in and just being like, oh, well, you're just bad. That's why it's understeery. Which, unfortunately, is often the same. It's just kind of the same thing as you're no hezzy, you know, like that whole culture. It's just kind of that whole culture. You know. And it's why I don't like vibe with no hezzy. Cause it's just not my culture. Just not my style. It just isn't. Yeah, I just don't like games. And I'm bad at them. Yeah, I fully agree, Vet. Understeer shouldn't exist in arcade games. Not to this extent, anyway. Like, you can have cars that understeer and oversteer a little more, but, like, at the very least, cars should feel neutral. At the very least, cars should feel roughly neutral. Obviously, you want to have some difference. You want to have some variety. Yeah, front-wheel drive cars should have more understeer than rear-wheel drive cars. Even in arcade games. You want cars to feel dynamic and different. That's totally fair. But the problem is, in this game, every single car understeers as if it's like a stock Civic on 90s dry rotted tires. Every one. And that's just where the issue is. But anyway, let's quit that and probably never boot it up again. Well, I shouldn't say that. If you know what, I'm always willing to try it out again if more updates happen. Always. I'm always willing to change my opinion.